Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and this is the daily scan for Thursday, January 10th, 2013. And it's a good time for the bulls to be out. No volatility, although the VIX did increase a little bit yesterday. But our positions, especially our Russell position on the RUT, is hurting, and we'll talk a little bit about that today. But first, the spread account. I did get an alert on Salesforce yesterday, and I watched it for a little while and decided that might be a good time to get in. So this is what happened. We now have this February 165, 160 bull put, which is I abbreviate as BUP. Got that from my friends down in Australia. There's a BUP, which is a bull put, BU for bull and P for put, and BEC is the abbreviation for a bear call, which is BE for bear and C for call. And this was entered into on this day, exactly the time of the day. I think it was probably around 10 o'clock or so, somewhere around here for CRM. And we have PNRA. We entered into that one yesterday also, got an alert on it. And we entered into a 155, 150 bull put. So all we got to do is stay above the short on PNRA and stay above the short on CRM until expiration in February, and we should be okay. We're a little bit below this support area here on CRM. But the way that I look at it, if we, were to draw a trend line here, and I guess we could, from this low up to here, we can see, even if we, adjust that a little bit, if it continues the trend, it'll move up a little bit and then come down and touch this, and then continue back up again. That's in theory. As we can see with the Russell, anything can happen. So let's go take a look at that right quick. I think we're going to have to do something today. It's TF, which is the futures for the Russell, is right at our short strike right now. Our short strike on one of the iron condors is 880. We're at the Russell itself is at 879.51. That's where it closed yesterday, and today looks like it's gonna open up a little bit higher. So what can we do? Well, a lot of people talk about adjustments, and I've tried adjustments, and it seems like about 50% of the time you just throw good money after bad, and you end up losing a whole lot more. It's too late in the expiration cycle to adjust this, and it's not moving with enough velocity or enough energy for me to just buy back the short and let the call ride, because we only have 6 trading days for this. So a way to look at this is to hold down your control key, and then in the side column here, I think some other columns might work, but I know the side column works. We just hold down the control key and left click in our long, or our short, and left click our long, and then we right click on that area, on that highlighted area, and say let's analyze a closing trade. Now this is telling us that if we close this trade, it's going to cost us $4.15 to buy it back. We collected $1.48 credit when we opened it, so that's a $2.67 loss. which darn near wipes out our profit from the queues for the month. Sometimes that happens. So if I do that, now let's uncheck this, and I'll move this. Let me spread this out a little bit so we can see it better. This is the current price right here. That's the close from last night. We'll drag this over here. This is about where our break even is. And it's showing, if we get to break even, that's a $607 loss. But let's turn this on. And now we are break even, or at least where we start losing a lot of money, kind of moves out a little bit further. This is like $276 up here at 885, which is our next short strike. So we could survive until then. Depending on what happens today, may get out of that one also. You just gotta sometimes take your lumps. It's better to get a bump on the head rather than a concussion. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's better to sprain your ankle than to break it. Sometimes. I don't know. It's hard to draw any sort of parallels with that. But anyway, sometimes you just have to take your lumps. So that's what I will be looking at today. We'll be looking at either exiting one, just the high end. We're just going to leave the puts in place because they'll probably expire worthless, and why waste transaction fees with that. I'm not concerned about having capital available, because I'm just not seeing anything good out there right now with our normal Q trade until we get some more volatility in there, like I mentioned in previous videos. Alright, so that's enough of that. Here's what the monitor tab looks like right now. This is our Salesforce trade here. We're up about 13 bucks in Panera Bread. We're still flat, but we got a lot of time on these. And they're both bull trades, so we should be in pretty good shape. Baidu, I should probably take a look at Baidu from a chart perspective anyway and see what's going on there. That was a pretty strong move here yesterday on Baidu. And we need it to stay below there. So if this is going to be bad to us too, we'll have to consider just getting out on that one. And if we get a really strong move here, this is a case, this is a February, so we have plenty of time. This is a case where we could, on that one, just buy back the shorts. It's going to cost 225 bucks, but if it's going to keep marching up, we have plenty of time for this. Let's see, it could, 110, it would have to get all the way up here to get that option in the money by expiration in February, which is entirely a possibility because this is the January expiration, and if we're going to get a trend reversal here, we could just hang on to that long one. We're going to have to keep an eye on Baidu. As a matter of fact, I'm putting an alert at 105 on that. At or above 105. So now we, at least, my phone will be ringing. Alright, let's take a look at A+ list. First on the scene is Apple. Apple's still not doing good, even though they're going to, rumor has it they're going to sell a cheap iPhone, but I don't know, the market's so saturated. I mean, they have to open up a new market and a new innovative product, I would think, in order to stay up there. Still, this magic number is 500 here. No entry points, I guess. That's what we're supposed to be looking at. Amazon. In a new uptrend. No entry point here. Uptrend. No entry point here. This was too flat I like to see this 50 MA bending up a little bit better than that. Baidu we're in. CF. CF had a nice day yesterday. Remember we had an alert on that. Looking at a long-term trade, but it got away from us. Chipotle. Okay, remember we're looking for this. Let's activate that drawing and slide it over a little bit more. This could be a sweet deal here. If it cooperates, need to wait a day or two more. Let's see what happens. We're in CRM Google. Anything going on with Google, really? And it's creeping up. Well, I wouldn't call that a creep. That's kind of a jump. But everybody jumped on that day. Alright, but let's go back there again. Uptrend, no entry. Uptrend, no entry. MasterCard. Relentless march up. Wow, they had a really good day yesterday. Not chasing though. Not chasing. Priceline. Priceline doesn't pay much attention to the market, does it? In a lot of cases. No entries though. PNRA we're in. Okay. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll let you know what happens with this Russell thing. Happy trading.